Hello, I'm Dr. Naheed Rana. Now, when I was a very little girl, I used to lay on the grass on a sunny day and I'd look up at the sky. I'd watch the clouds go by and I wondered and wondered, where had I come from? I thought I was in a film and one day somebody was going to press stop. I bet some of you thought that too. Fascinated by the stars and the clouds, I did find some answers. But they were not up in the sky. No, they lay right inside me, in my genes. Let's do science. Now, most of us have heard of genes, and we know that they're important. But why are they important? How do they actually work? And what happens when something goes wrong? Well, let's start with what a gene is first. But before that, do you remember that game with dominoes, where you line them up and then topple them over? Well, similar to that, a gene is also much like a domino in a set of dominoes. And what's really special about these particular genes or dominoes is that they contain really important instructions for our body throughout our whole life. They affect how our bodies work, how we look, and believe it or not, even how we behave. And we get these genes free from our parents. I bet you've heard comments throughout your life where an aunt or an uncle is always saying, "Oh, you look so much like your mum," or "You're just like your dad." Well, there is some truth in that, because you get half of your genes from your mum and the other half from dad. Now, a lot of these genes, or dominoes, they need each other to work properly and to get the right message across. A problem in any one of these genes can have serious consequences and can cause conditions such as diabetes. Let me show you what I mean. Now, in this set of dominoes, or genes, there are no problems. So when a biological signal takes place, such as, say, food being digested to create energy, the following happens. Everything works smoothly, so the message to create energy is created successfully. It's much like a train reaching its final destination, having stopped at all the stations in between. Now, when the same signal takes place in someone different, say like my dad, something slightly different happens. One of Dad's genes has a slight problem in it, and this happens. The cascade stops midway, so the message to create energy is not communicated properly through this pathway, causing Dad some serious problems. In this instance, the train doesn't actually reach its final destination, but stops at an earlier station because of a signal failure. And we all know about signal failures, don't we? Now, this signal failure, or this problem in the gene, is known as a gene mutation in the world of science. We have over 25,000 genes in our body, and all of these genes are part of several pathways and cascades. Many of these are affected by lots of gene mutations. Now, our body is so sophisticated that a problem in any one of these genes can be very quickly repaired so that the right message gets to where it needs to go. However, in some instances, the disruption is so serious that it can cause serious conditions like diabetes. That's what my dad suffers from. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. There is some good news. Genes can be forced to have a mutation so that we can deliberately stop a chain reaction, like in certain forms of cancer, although there's still a lot of work to be done in this area. So now we know what genes are, how they work together, and what happens when something goes wrong. The thing is, I still lie here wondering, only now I wonder, how does nature work with nurture? What do you think? Let's talk about this next time.